It was back in New Haven, Connecticut. You see, there was a bakery called the Frisbee Bakery, and the employees used to take the old pie tins that said Frisbee on them, and they would throw them around out there. Pretty soon, the Yale University students were throwing them all over the campus. They were very popular. In 1957, the first plastic Frisbee was made. It was called the Pluto Platter. Well, it's a long way from the Pluto Platter to the Frisbees used today by Tyler Roddick of Pasadena, California. You see, he has a different kind of Frisbee for almost every event that he's involved in when he's throwing the Frisbee competitively. So let's meet Tyler right now.
One of the biggest mysteries the human race faces is whether or not flying saucers exist. Well, they do, and 12-year-old Tyler Roddick of Pasadena, California knows how to fly them.
To make a disc fly, it's mostly in the wrist, but it also takes a lot of practice. The disc stays in the air because it's like an airplane wing, and the air goes over it and under it, and while it's spinning, it just stays up.
Tyler has held as many as 10 world records at a given time, including categories such as throw, run, catch.
The throw, run, catch is where you throw the disc, and then you see how far you can get away from the space that you threw, and then catch it.
And distance throwing.
The difference between throwing in distance and throw, run, catch is that you throw lower and harder when you're in distance.
And he's even set a world record for maximum time aloft.
An MTA is a maximum time aloft. You throw the disc in the air and see how long you can keep it in the air before you catch it.
Many elements come together in determining the source of Tyler's world record ability. First, he began young. As a baby, Tyler had a mobile with flying discs on it above his crib. Later, as he approached his first birthday, the real flying began.
Well, when we started playing with Tyler, it was in the crib, and we had a little mobile that had tiny discs hanging from it, and he seemed attracted to those. And then we started doing some simple co-ops where he would reach out through the rungs and grab the disc as it was spinning. Then he started to throw the discs off the back of the deck, and each day I would come home and I'd see this pattern of discs that he had thrown. So it seemed like he was hooked at that point.
Part of Tyler's success can also be attributed to the fact that he comes from a flying disc family. His father, Dan, is a World Flying Disc Federation Masters champion, and his grandfather, Jack, is a senior grandmaster.
And we've had such fun with it as a family that it was almost inevitable that he would take it on. I think he's good just because he's athletically talented.
Tyler's schedule is a busy one. He plays a variety of sports, including soccer, studies to keep his school grades up, and still makes time to practice with his discs several times a week.
When I go to practice, I like experimenting with new tricks and seeing how long I can keep the disc in the air and then catching it.
Tyler hopes to be a lawyer when he grows up, protecting people's rights while earning a good living. But there's also one disc goal he's flying toward.
My goal in Frisbee is to try to get more people to play.
Imagine 3 generations of Frisbee throwers. I guess it's a real family affair for them. Probably Tyler's mother keeps a close eye on all the china and plates around the kitchen. Well, right now in our Then and Now segment, we're going to find out about an athlete who, when he was young,